Kelvin, Chase's impact off the bench, having the kind of shooting game you knew he could.
Yeah, well, he's not going to do that early. He's a freshman. Last year's team was 19-1 and went 10-0 on the road. How hard that is to do. But what this team did was almost as impressive because we played 4 freshmen. We lose all those older kids, all those vets, Kingston Flemings, Chris Cenac, Mercy Miller, Mercy sophomore, but he didn't play last year. And then Chase redshirted, so Chase a redshirt first freshman, the other 2. Do we have any other freshmen? Isaiah Harwell's a freshman. So this is by far the youngest team we've had. But in the 3 years we've been in the Big 12, this is probably the best the league has been, top to bottom. I think Oklahoma State reflects that. I want to say something about the kid that got hurt, Fala. Is that how you pronounce his name? Fala? I want to say something about him. I didn't know him. We didn't recruit him. But I watched him early, and I said, why is Oklahoma State so much better? Then when I watched him play, they had an anchor. Now, their guards are volatile. They can be – look at the shots they were making. They were shooting step-back 24, 25-footers, and we had a hand in the face. Is it frustrating? Yeah, but there's hard shots. It's not like they were doing them off ball screens. They were playing one-on-one, shooting step-backs. But the Fala kid, they missed him tonight. He gives them a calming influence, a calming presence, somebody to play through. He's got great hands. You can tell he's got a really, really high basketball IQ. But, we played in here 2 years ago, our first year in the Big 12. We played them at home last year. Steve has made jumps was last year his first year? Is that our first year in the league? No, second year. Yeah, so this is his second year, our third year. Yeah. But his team this year is he's taking a big jump. And for them to come out and play like they did today without their I don't know if he's the best player, but he's certainly their most valuable player, I think. Roy can go get 30. It's the way he plays. If he's hitting his step-back 3 from 24 feet, he's a problem. And he made a lot of them today. But I thought defensively, the second half, down the stretch, we trapped him out of a timeout in the corner. We were fortunate enough to get a turnover off that. And then we started getting in the paint and playing out of space. Chase was a big beneficiary of that. But Emmanuel hit a big shot. Kingston hit some big shots, JoJo. But if you can win on the road in this league, you take it and move on. So we're 26-5, 14-4, and proud of these guys for the season they've had up to this point.
Coach, why did you obviously it sounds like you sort of came in here knowing you wanted to say something about Fala. Why did you want to say that? What was
I watched his press conference. I watched his press conference. That touched me. I don't know him, but you can tell he is a high character, high integrity young man. Everything he talked about, I love what he said about Steve. I love what he said about his team. And I love what he said about Oklahoma State fans. In the old days, had he stayed 4 years, he would be a star around here. Unfortunately, he only had 1 year, and it's really unfortunate that he didn't get to finish his year playing. But I just love kids like him. Don't know him. I patted him on the chest in the handshake line a while ago and told him I was proud of him. But he just impressed me as a player. He's a good player, and he'll play somewhere after this once his knee heals up. But really, really impressive young man.
Milos, how big was that close at the end of the first half, getting within 4? And what got you guys going there?
I mean, I think it was similar to our last game a little bit. I think we started stringing some stops together, and that helped us just be able to run. And then JoJo I felt was great in our little boom actions and just sizing up the bigs. And then, I mean, Chase stepped up huge. Yeah, I think it was really, though, when we started getting stops.
Just want to ask you a little bit, but obviously Oklahoma State had a lead for most of the first half. What did you feel like was either working well for them or maybe not working as well for y'all during that maybe flipped in the second half?
Yeah, it was the shots they were making. I don't think anybody panicked, because normally you can't sustain that level of shot making with that degree of difficulty. I mean, those are really hard shots. Sometimes you make a shot, you say, well, how do you make that shot? Sometimes the offense is better than the defense. But it's a 40-minute game. We were down. It's our third straight game being down. We were down 10-2 against Colorado. Came back and won big. We were down 9-2. These are starting the game. 9-2 against Baylor. Came back. I don't remember the score in the Colorado game. I think one the other night, 13 or 14, something like that. Yeah. But this program, we might get upset, but we don't panic. And the way these kids have played, I mean, Milos was a starting point guard on a team last year that won the Big 12, won the Big 12 tournament, got all the way to the last game, won 35 games. He was the point guard. So he's not going to panic. Now, Chase is a freshman. This is his first year playing college basketball. But like most freshmen, he was just okay early, but he hadn't found his niche, hadn't found a role. He was coming off the bench. But as typical with our kids is they just hang in there. And if you keep showing up every day with the right attitude, giving the right effort, you'll usually get better. And Chase has probably been our most improved player at both ends. And I have to get on him on defense. He's not going to get confused with Tony Allen anytime soon. But he's getting better.
Chase, what does it mean to come up big when your team needs you most? And, at one point, Chris was the first guy off the bench. It's great you coming off. What does it mean that, your other guys are that excited for you?
Yeah, it means a lot. Just to see the excitement of those guys, of Chris, Mo, just because I work with them every day. Just to see their excitement when I'm hitting shots, making big plays. It means a lot to me. It means that they're investing. They're not, they're not just me, I guys. They're team players, and it means a lot to me. And that just shows our camaraderie and our brotherhood.
What got you going?
I don't really know what got me going. I just trust in my ability to make shots, and my point guard found me. King, Los, they found me in the corners, and I just shot it.
Then for Coach, you talked about the depth of this conference. It was a 1-point game with about 2 minutes left in this one. Oklahoma State's a team they'll have to, start at the very beginning of the Big 12 tournament coming up. I don't know, what sort of big picture do you think about this team? I know you said a little bit of that earlier.
Well, it's hard to project anymore because rosters turn over every year, so I have no idea.
I guess I just meant, when you're scouting Oklahoma State, what do you like about this team?
Number one, they play hard. They compete hard. And then they play to their strengths, which means their shot distribution is usually good. Offense is not an equal opportunity position. The best shooters, your best scorers should shoot most of the shots. you don't get somebody a shot that can't shoot because he hadn't had one. He's usually pretty good in another area. Maybe it's defense, maybe it's rebounding, maybe it's passing, maybe it's something else. But if your team, good teams have players that buy into their roles, and that's important. All of our players know their roles. Now, sometimes you'll have teams that say, "I'm not quite sure what my role is." Yeah, he is. He just don't like it, but he's sure of it. He just don't like his role. Our kids all buy into their roles. If you look at the success this program has had for 9 consecutive years, is we've had high character kids that come here wanting to get better and to win, and that's one of the reasons why we've had the success we've had on the road.